spoken, made it happen. Few bumps was in a row, but stay proactive. Yeah, running like my stash still in the mag.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's the girl born in June. How you doing or whatever? Hey kings and queens. Hi guys. This, your girl, is looking scrumptious, baby. And there's a reason, okay? I felt like with this milestone that I've hit, your girl needed to come on here looking like a snack, looking like a piece of cake, looking like edibles, like, baby please, okay? So I decided, you know, I was gonna dress up for this occasion because why not? And I am basically debt free. Your girl is debt free, okay? Debt free. I don't owe nobody. I don't owe my mama, my daddy, my uncle, my nephew, the credit card company, the car company. I don't owe nobody, baby. Period. Nobody. So your girl is hella excited. And basically I'm gonna take you guys, you know, how I started my journey, basically how I started, how I got to my debt amount, and basically to do you guys a quick rundown, hopefully it's quick, a quick rundown of basically how I got to paying off this debt, baby, basically in my birthday month, because the channel is called Born in June. So yeah, without further ado, because I'm talking a whole lot, let's get into the actual debt journey story. Okay guys, so just to give you like a quick background of like me growing up with money, because that's how all of this started. I grew up in Jamaica, so I am Jamaican by birth, so if the accent won't come out, and I'll get earrings. I'm Jamaican by birth, and so my mom was a single mom. Yes, I did know my dad. Yes, I spent time with my dad, but like his contributions weren't that much. So my mom, to me, in my head, was basically a single mom. And so she would be paying all of the bills and everything. And because so much stuff went to bills, like we didn't really have a lot. So like, yeah. But my mom always did two things. She always paid her bills and she always saved. Like no matter what, she always paid her bills and she always saved. My mom used to move levels, baby. Like we went from living with someone to having our own apartment inside someone's house to my mom wanting to buy her own home. But before we got to her buying her own home, she met my stepdad, and so I ended up coming to America at the wonderful age of 16. And so I was given this opportunity now to, you know, live in this society, and so you gotta do what you make it do. So got here and obviously, you know, lived here for 2 years, and then I turned 18 and your girl didn't have a job. Didn't have a job for like the first 6 months because I was in like the debt program, which is like basically waiting to ship out for the Air Force. So I was waiting for that, and then your girl went to BMT in December and she got that first check. Can we give a round of applause for that first check though? Like, yes ma'am. So we got the first check, and that was the first time I was responsible for more than like $20 USD. That was the first time. Like I never had a job when I was 16 or 17. I never had a job before in Jamaica, and so 18 was the first time I got a job, and also the first time that I got these coins. And so with these coins come responsibilities, but I'll always remember the two things my mom did, which is basically pay your bills and save. I wasn't saving, let's just put it out there. Your girl was not saving. For the first like 4 or 5 years of my career in the military, I was not saving anything, okay? But before we get to all that, it's so bad though, but before we get to all that, I got a car. I got out of BMT, went to tech school, which is about 3 months, and I went to my first base, which was in South Georgia, Moody in South Georgia. And so I was like 4 hours away from my family. You know, great, because this was my first time away from my family at all. I moved from Jamaica 2 years before, and then 2 years after I moved away from my family again, bruh. So this is my first time, and I came back and I needed a car because in South Georgia there ain't nothing there. Okay, and if you need to go somewhere, you need to have a car to get around. So got my first car, which was a Ford Focus. And I think my dad paid for it, or I gave him some money and he bought it for me. I think that's actually what happened, but it's whatever. He bought my car for me, my first car, and that car was going back and forth to home the entire time. And so I only had to pay insurance on that car. I didn't have any car payments on that car. I don't think I had a credit card at the time yet. I didn't have a credit card, so I was living paycheck to paycheck basically, because like I was paying my bills, paying my phone bill, my insurance, whatever, but I was still like eating out and like spending my money everywhere else, you know. Your girl was not doing none of the savings or none of the you know, building wealth that she is trying to do now. And so that car went back and forth to my parents' house so many times because, like I said, they're 4 hours away. I can go home on weekends and come back and be cool, easy, done. And then that car decided that we just can't do this no more. This relationship ain't working for us. We're gonna have to split. So the lights started bugging out. I had to change the battery, and I was just like, you know what? This ain't my life, so we need a new car. So in 2015, I believe I got a Toyota Corolla, and I got a 2015 or 2016 Toyota Corolla. One of them, best believe your girl got the like newest Toyota Corolla, because I wanted a Toyota Camry, but the bank account couldn't afford it. So she got her Toyota Corolla, brand new, ain't nobody drove it, like 9 miles on it. Your girl said whoop to whoop to whoop, this is her, okay? And so I got that. That was my first car and car payments basically. And yeah, your girl was paying like $323, I think it was, if I remember correctly. No, $286. That's what it was. I was paying $286 a month for it, plus insurance, and then, you know, phone bill and whatever else I may have at the time. I think those were just my main bills actually, but I was like still spending or whatever. This was also around the time that I got a credit card with Navy Federal, and it was like, baby girl had about 17%, 21%, something like that. It was high. It was high. Cause this was, I think, my first credit card. This was my first credit card, which I still have today. But it was my first credit card. Like, no one, I tried getting a closed credit card before and they didn't give it to me, but you know what, it's okay, baby, because you know what, sis made it. I'm good. But now I felt some type of way when they didn't want to give it to me, because I was like, first of all, I got me my coins, I pay my bills on time, don't play me. But they denied you, girl. But Navy Federal gave me, and they gave me for like 21%, and I was like, this ain't it. But anyways, so I got my credit card also in 2015, if I remember correctly. And baby, the limit was, I think, $300. And that $300, I was like, you know what, I'm not gonna use this except to like buy little things, like buy some gas, pay my phone bill. Sis, that was hitting the limit every time. And then I raised it up, I think at some point, to like $1,500, I think it was. And I was like, Then I raised up a little bit to like $3,000, and I was like, And so I had it at $3,000 for a while. Like $3,000 was my limit though. Like, this was like, listen, I can't buy this, $3,000 my limit. But I was making like $250, $300, $400 a month payments to this card, because I was using it that much, and I still had a balance after paying my $200 whatever. And then if I brought it down to like $300 and something, I'm like, oh girl, you almost paid this off, let's swipe again. Yeah, brought it right back up. That was not the move. And so between my car and my credit card, the girl was just building debt, okay? And I also ended up getting a Best Buy credit card Nothing against Best Buy. They actually give your girl a year free, because you know, if you spend like $1,000 or so there, you get a year to pay it off. And guess who paid it off in a year? Because she was not about to get them charges. No ma'am. So I paid it off in a year, and Best Buy was all cool. So Best Buy wasn't a problem. But that Navy Federal, the Navy Federal credit card, that was a whole problem, sis. And so, you know, using it over the years, using it, and then like it just became draining and stressful and draining again. Like it was just ridiculous, and I just couldn't do it. And so I was asking God, like, God, like, help your girl out, because I don't know what to do. Okay, I do not know what to do. I do not know how we got here. Like, this is like doing too much for my life. Like I just can't. Okay, and probably the way how I just stuttered is the way I was talking to God. I was like, yo, my G, your girl just can't. And so asking for two things. I was like, hey, yo, I want to move apartments because I don't like the neighborhood that I'm living in. I want to be in a gated community in the area, and it was like one of the better locations. And he was like, I bet. There you go. I was like, ah, say less then, say less. Alright. And like in 2018, I just knew 2018. I felt it in my heart. Like 2018 was the year that a lot of changes was gonna be made. And baby girl, when I say God showed up and showed out, he showed up and showed out. 2018, I asked God, I said, yo, God, move me into my apartment, you know, whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop, what you doing? And he said, I bet, move me in. Oh, you doing it like that? Oh, so someone just messaged me on my phone. But I was like, God, you doing it like that? He was like, yeah, sis, don't worry, I got more. Oh, say less, over here, you know what I'm saying? So, also in 2018, bear in mind, I just moved into my new apartment, and I got another credit for my couch because I needed, you know, a bougie couch. That's my mama's fault. I needed a bougie couch, and so I got a credit for that too. So I ended up having my Navy Federal, my car payment, my Best Buy card, my second, and this credit for my couch that I had to buy. Like, that's a whole story that just pissed me off, but it is what it is. We moved on, it's paid off, and the account is closed. So God just moved me to my apartments, and I'm like accruing this more debt because bear in mind my bill, my credit card was still getting stacked. Like during the time, your girl was still stacking. Like she's going out, she's eating, she's paying with a credit card. Like we good. So I moved into my new apartment, bought my couch, got more debt. Who would have thought? Got more debt, and then God was like, "Alright, you've been asking for this. Boom, a deployment." Sir, what? Sir, who? Who, me? A deployment to this one? And the location was fired. Don't even think. The location was fired. It was a deployment, but the location was fired. And if you're in the Air Force, that one, that top location that's fired, that's the one. That's where I went to for my first deployment. So everyone's like, yeah, it's gonna suck after this. And I'm like, oh well, at least I got it, right? So went on deployment in 2018 as well, and I've been hearing for so long about Rich Dad Poor Dad, Robert Kiyosaki's book, and like I never read it. I was like, whatever. You know, cause you know, like when you learn stuff, like then you start have to hold yourself accountable, and I'm just like, damn, now I know I have to do better. It's one of those things. So it was on deployment. I was like, listen, I'm an OCN personnel, so I can read these books. Like I can read all these books, and now I got like books all in my house. But I was like, I can read these books and it'll be fine. And so I bought the book. It's $5. I think the book is like $5-6. I'm buying it for my nephew for his birthday. He doesn't know this yet, so but the book's like $6, and I bought the book. It came to me on deployment, and I read it, and I felt like someone cheated me in life because no one told me this. No one told me this. And so like Like, your girl was just going around like not living her best life. And so because of that book, I really started shifting, right? So like I started saving more money, because you get some extra pay and tax-free while you're deployed. So I started saving extra money. I started putting more in my debt. Like, I saved a lot on that deployment, and then I paid off all my debt on that deployment. Like, it was fire. And then I was coming back, and guys, this is how you get yourself in trouble. Listen, okay? And then I was coming back from deployment, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna have this break for a minute. So I decided to go see my best friend in New York. So I had a New York trip. Baby, I had a New York trip. And then after I had a New York trip, baby, I went to see my aunt in Canada. Baby, like, so that happened. Went and saw my aunt in Canada, and like, you know, put these coins, because somebody had to pay for the airfare both places. And I brought my nephew on my New York trip, so I was paid for me and him. Who was I? Not saying that I wouldn't do it again, absolutely would do it again, but I would save this time, save up for this time. But like, who was I was like, ugh, girl, you got these extra coins, you can do whatever you want. And even though I read Robert Kiyosaki's book and all of them, like, I still didn't know how to manage money. I just had a better understanding now of what to do to get to a better, like, get out the rat race, as they would call it, and, you know, live better, like passive income and stuff. Like, I started learning about those. So I was still mismanaging my money. Like, I didn't do nothing to put nothing nowhere. Like, the girl you see now that's saving doing this 10K challenge, baby girl, this was not her a year ago. This was definitely not her a year ago. So came back from that trip, moved to Korea then, and like, and then I moved off base, and I bought this program. So I got here, and I was like, yo, I'm ready to get out. I'm tired, still in. I'm tired, and like, so I decided I was gonna buy this program, which is to help you sell on Amazon. And I've gone through the program, which I'm gonna do after I get back to the States. But went through the program, and then like, buying the program was a cool $5,000. Yes, ma'am. It was a cool $5,000. So that was one alone, and guess where she put it? On that credit card, sis. Bear in mind, I think I'd raised my credit card this time up to like 8 grand. So, and I knew my credit score was fire, so they gave it to me, no questions asked. So they increased my limit, no questions asked. And I always paid my bills on time, so they have no problem. That's what they love about you. You pay your bills on time, they have no problem raising your credit or whatever. So 8 grand, 5 alone was on this program, baby. And bear in mind, I was debt free when I got to Korea. Sis, I was debt free when I got to Korea. I think I needed to pay like $200. This was like chump change in the world, coming from like owing, you know, $3,000, $4,000, $7,000. Like, this was like chump change. And so got to Korea, bought this program, and to do the program you have to pay these monthly subscriptions. Baby, all of this was adding up. And like, I think it was like December or something. Like, I went home with my family in December, had to pay for that ticket, went home, you know, and I just came back, and I was like, yo, something has to change. Like, I was paying on my credit card, and I was paying on my credit card heavy. Like, I was going to the program, then like, I think November, I was like, yo, we gotta cut this, because like, my bank account can't afford it. And then like in December, I was paying on this card heavy, and I was saving to 10G heavy. okay, I was like, I'm saving this $10,000. So saving $10,000, this ain't my first time, but this is definitely my first time with a tracker for you guys too. So bruh, I got to 10,000. I was saving and paying as much on the credit card, so I wasn't even going out. I wasn't doing nothing. I was going out with my friends as much, and I would limit myself to what I would buy, but not as much as I like section out my money now. But like, I just had way too much. And so by the end of it, in February of 2020, February that just passed, I had $12,000, like almost $13,000 alone on my credit card. Because yes, I increased the limit again, and I had like $13,000 on my credit card now, and I had saved up. So let me tell you, this is when you know you get to a crossroads. Okay, let me put down the book, because I swore I was going to use this, but like, everything's just coming out naturally. So when in February of 2020, when I got to this 20,000, no, we wish, huh? I got to this 10,000 saved in my savings account, and I also had 12,000 on my credit card. I really had to make a decision, and when I saved my 10,000, I was super excited. I was so happy. I was like, 5-digit, bitch, 5 digits. And so I put in the money market account because it's a high interest savings account, I think it is. And so I put in a money market account in February, and I just got my taxes back, which was like $2,000, $2,500. This is how like listen, okay, listen, which was like $2,000, and then with my paycheck on top of it, I had about $14,000 in my bank account, and I had to make a decision. And it wasn't until like my credit card statement came, and they said, ma'am, you have to pay $127 in interest. I was like, oh hell no, oh hell no. And I got this coin, oh hell no. So I closed my money market interest account. I closed my money market account. I paid on this credit card, and I paid on and I used my taxes, and I paid, and then whatever else on my check was needed to pay it off to zero, I used that and I paid it to zero. To mother freaking zero. But like I said, I did not know how to handle money. And you guys would think, like, this story started in 2018. You would think that, you know, your girl was like consistently paying on it and not using. Nah, I was consistently paying more on it and using like a third of what I paid still monthly on the card. So like consistently, you know, using this card again. And so I paid this card down in February, and I started using it again. I know. You're gonna start using it again, and you would think like you would learn. It's been 2 times now since I've been debt free. Twice I've been debt free in the space of 2 years, and I started using my credit card again. Twice I've been debt free. And so in February I was like, yo, I don't want to live this debt life. Like, not paying my credit card felt way too good to be doing it again. So I was like, yo, I need to figure out how to do this. And so that is where I found Dave Ramsey and the cash envelope system, and baby, changed your girl's life, okay? And then I was like, yo, I hate paying interest on my credit card. I hate paying this money. Like, why do I need to pay extra for the money that I borrowed? Like, yo, just let me borrow this real quick, give it back to you real quick, and then no problem, you know, boom, bada bang, we good. But no, paying interest, finito. That was not it, sis. And so for the last couple of months, I've used the card, obviously. And so for the last like March, April, May, June, for the next 4 months, I was paying consistently, but I was doing my cash envelopes and I was doing my 10K challenge because I started that in March. So I started my 10K challenge in March, which means that all the money that I was putting towards my 10K challenge, I couldn't put towards my credit card. So I started my 10K challenge in March. I was like serious about being debt free, and like your girl just wanted out. Like this was good. So consistently paying in March, first month, April, May, and I knew June was gonna be the month. Now I don't know how, but you know what I think it was? It was I had a other savings account separate from my money market account, and so I took out 2 debts when I got here to Korea, and I needed to pay off one of them before it started. I was like, you know what? I want to be debt free. Like I don't want to owe the government, because you can take out loans from the government, and I was like, I don't want to owe the government nothing, because I owed them money and they were taking it out my check. I was like, I don't want to owe them. I don't want to owe my credit card. I don't want to owe nobody. Okay. And so I basically took the money out of my savings, and my savings went down to like $1,000, which is like baby step number 1 if you know they've learned the steps. And that was it, guys. Like I took that money, paid off the debt with the government, I paid off the credit card, and then June was my last payment for them to take it out my check, whatever it was. And it's July, baby. It's July, and your girl is debt free. It's July and your girl's debt free. I am super happy. I am super. It's just a different mood, man. And like the things I know now, obviously I'm still learning and growing in my journey, but the things I know now, like I'm preparing to buy my car cash. I'm preparing to start after I get to my emergency fund of like 6,000, then to start doing my 15% in retirement. And then like I plan on buying a house next year. Like when I tell you, okay, it took me 2 years to get it right. 2 years. But baby, oh, and so I forgot to tell you guys this part. So in 2017, I got my Toyota Corolla, and in 2017, no, not my Toyota Corolla, but in 2017, my parents got a new car, and so me wanting to keep up with the Joneses, aka my parents, I got a new car, which was a 2017 Toyota Camry, and that raised my debt on car payments from like $286 to $381. I thought it was a shit because I could pay $381 a month in car payments. Dumb, baby. I know. But 2017 I got that car, and then I was making the payments, and then on my deployment, you know, because your car's sitting, your car's not moving, and you know your tire's gonna get low, and like my dad can move it, but it's on stay still insurance. So basically USAA, which is my other bank, has insurance, or I think every bank maybe has insurance where it's storage, basically storage insurance, and so they insure your car while it's in storage. But I was like, yo, I could pay this amount on this car and it could be sitting there, and then I was like, leaving to come to Korea, it could be sitting there for like a year or 2, or I can just give the car back. And so I decided to give the car back to the dealership, and not to pay them $5,000. Yeah, I took out a personal loan. I forgot to get that. I took out a personal loan for $5,000 because I needed to pay the car company. I didn't have $5,000 sitting around. I just didn't. I probably had like a grand or 2. Like I came off of deployment, but I was stupid. Don't get it twisted. I spent that money, the money that I saved, the 10K that I saved from my deployment. I spent it on going to New York, going to Canada, buying other shit that I wanted to buy, like buying expensive stuff for my family and friends and me. Like, listen, little babe was, she was sis, okay? So I decided decided while I was on deployment, instead of having my car sit there and me paying insurance and paying this $389 or $81 a month for my car, I was just gonna give it back. And so I gave it back. They said it was worth. Y'all, my camera just decided to stop. So I don't know where I stopped, but let's just wrap this up. Like I said, it was 2 years before I actually got debt free and got my life together. And mostly it was just mindset. Like once I got my mind right on what my goals were, what I wanted my outcome to be, like that's what truly helped me to change, because it's not like I wasn't saving, it's not like I couldn't pay off the debt. But once I understood, you know, how it worked and everything, that's when I truly started like making moves. And this is real money moves. These are the real money moves. And so yeah, I'm just happy I'm debt free. I got dressed up, like dressed up for it. Like, I was just like, it's listen, this is based on my celebration after 2 years, and I wanted to dress up, come in here looking cute, and yeah. So anyways, if you guys like this video, make sure to give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment if you have questions or you want answers or something like that. Just let me know. You know, let me know. If you want advice, basically, because like I said, I've been debt free twice. This is my 3rd time, so your girl has been there, done that, and like I can just tell you, or you know, help you along in how to get there. So yeah, hold on. Okay guys, so this is my Stella Rose, basically I took out the cap, but this is my Stella Rose Moscato I got for my birthday in June, and I still have some left. I know it's July, but drink responsibly, don't come for me. But yeah, we're gonna take a sip from the bottle, because we're adults. And yeah, shout out to Debt Free. So thank you guys so much for watching. Like I said, give this video a like, subscribe, comment down below. If you have any questions, just ask. I am willing and available to answer, and I will talk to you guys in the next one. Bye.
How you wanna do it? How you wanna get it? I'm out that, out of my mind. Can't even talk, can't even walk. Bad little thing.